So day 3, after that frustrating day in day 2 and I couldn't make much of anything work, I met with my mentor. She works in the art museum, so I met with her and stayed there the whole entire day. We talked about the painting and what I was doing with it, and particularly what I needed to do with it and what I was doing wrong. So I showed her my pictures and showed her what I had and what I had planned out. And she did tell me that using the color wheel and relying on it so much is wrong because I was trying to replicate the colors that were on the color wheel. So that was bad, but I figured out what colors I need to make it. But at first she told me that I need to limit my color scheme, and I did agree with her because I had so many colors on it, like pretty much every color on it, that it just looked kind of wrong and kind of flat and elementary by that point. So I did limit my color scheme, but at first I couldn't figure out what colors to limit it to. So I took out my book, one of my good, useful books, the Dali book full of pictures, and I just flipped through all of Dali's works and tried to see if something sparked in my mind. So I did flip through his works and I analyzed some of his paintings, like what colors were predominantly in it, and I realized that he did indeed use very, very little colors, like mostly just 1 or 2 colors, and then worked off of the tones and shades and tints of those colors. So I decided to do the same thing, like my mentor said, and I picked out one color scheme that I kind of already had, which was red, yellow, orange, and blue. And that painting scheme I got from this picture right here. You can kind of see it, that one. So that was the whole warm colors thing. And I decided to do that, and I realized that Dali actually admired a lot of the old painters, like the Renaissance painters. So he had a lot of gradient shading in this work that he accomplished by using glazes. So conveniently, since I was in the art museum, I took a big tour around the art museum, and particularly the Italian and Renaissance and old masters kind of work, and found a lot of paintings that either had similar compositions or, well, not exactly subject matters, but similar colors, and I could see what the artists did there. And yes, they did indeed use a lot of glazes. That's how they did the shading. They built on very thin glazes, like layer by layer by layer. So I took some notes in my notebook about what my mentor said and some of the pieces that I found helpful. I'll put the names and maybe the links of those pieces up sometime soon, I guess. And yeah, I spent the whole entire day thinking about what I should do with my painting and talking with a mentor who knows a lot more than I do about this kind of stuff. Excuse me. So, but at least I know what I'm going to do with my painting now. I got my painting kind of straightened out as far as what I need to do. I just need to go and do it. So this was a kind of a productive day because at least I'm not wasting time trying to figure out what to do now. So yeah, day 3. Oh yeah, and then I went home after I met with my art teacher, and that night I mixed up some red, orange, yellow, and blue. I mixed them all up along with some grays and put them all into little tubs like this. Tubs like this. And put cling wrap over them so that the paint will not dry out. So that way, if I ever need it, I won't need to mix up the same colors again because mixing exactly the same colors are so annoying. So I mixed them all up so I would not have to mix them over again. And that way I can also tell myself exactly, like, these are all the colors that I can have and that's it. No more mixing new colors. That's it. And the glazes are, I guess they're going to be helpful, but it's going to be a slow process because glazing takes forever in a day, and I mean, it's nice, it's pretty looking, but it's going to take forever in a day. I mean, I've glazed before, just not a lot.